Dmitri, you are safe. Rebecca is safe. We had to send her back to your world. She is home now. You are here with us.
I wake up in a room. Cool, not cold. Everything feels acrylic, synthesized, medical equipment built right into the structure. A window overlooks a spired skyline and one of the most vibrant sunsets I've ever seen. An unnatural pink light emanates from under one of the doors. I sense figures standing over me, gazing. They're calm. I turn my head to the side and remember that Rebecca was there the last time I was awake. She's gone now. A rush of panic comes over me. Who are you? What did you do with Rebecca? Let me go. Let me go.
He is not ready to wake up. Put him back under. We need to keep his heart rate steady. We will give him a few more days and try again.
You're listening to Husk. Just like that, almost as soon as I was awake, I'm put to sleep again. A distant beeping. A steady drum. It penetrates my dreams.
Dmitri, stay calm. Open your eyes. Everything is okay. Rebecca is okay. She had to be sent home where she belongs. You are here with us now. We are here to help you. In a few moments, we will wake you up again. When we do, please remain calm. Everything is fine.
I promise myself I'll remain calm this time. Yet every hair on my body stands on end as I open my eyes. The same figures are staring down at me intently, their eyes unblinking. I can't help it. My whole body clenches. No. Who are you? What are you doing to me? Let me go. Please just send me back. I'll never tell anyone what I've seen. I promise. Just please let me go.
He is not ready yet. Put him back to sleep. His heart rate is skyrocketing. We will try again later. Dmitri, you need to stay calm when we wake you up. This is for your own good.
The calmness rushes over me like waves in the ocean. Calm and warm. The beeping.
Okay, Dmitri, stay calm. We're going to try this again. One more time. We are here to help you. Remember, you are safe here. Your family is safe. You will regain consciousness soon. And when you do, please do your best to keep your heart rate stable so that we can keep you awake. Deep breaths.
By now, I recognize the voices. They sound a bit exasperated. I just want to wake up to figure out where I am. My eyes open. They stare at me. I stare back. I want to scream, but I hold it together and do my best to remain calm. I exhale. There's no way to get answers when I'm asleep.
Dmitri, welcome. We are glad to have you here.
Have me where? Who are you?
I am a doctor. We are the borrowers, but your people call us the Husk. Welcome to our home.
That doesn't really help me understand. Are you human? Where are we? Why are we here?
I suppose humans would call us aliens. They throw that phrase around a lot, but we are our own people. What is that term you have? Oh yes, woke. The more woke of your kind would consider us to be interdimensional beings. You cannot fly here by ship. You can, however, travel here by portal. Well, you could if your race had that technology. In terms of why we brought you here, it is complicated. But on a simple level, you are sick, and we can heal you. We brought you here to help cure you. Unfortunately, when we did, your friend Rebecca was taken as well. Our instruments are precise, but occasional mistakes do happen. We returned her to Earth safe and sound in the same location. She is fine, just a little worked up about the experience, which is not an atypical reaction for the first time it happens.
You said I was sick? I feel fine. You've got the wrong person.
Please calm down. We have to keep your heart rate stable in order to continue treating you. Too much blood to your heart could be dangerous for your body. You have a genetic flaw that will cause problems if left unaddressed, but we have the technology to resolve the issue.
I take a few breaths to calm my nerves and relax into the conversation. Even trying my best, I can barely contain my emotions. Genetic flaw? What do you know about my genetics? Are you an expert in human health? The borrower doctor pauses for a second and looks out at the sky I don't recognize.
I know because it is partly our fault. I'm afraid you are only half human.
Making me half what?
Please calm down, Dmitri. I want to explain this all to you, but I'm afraid that it's worsening your condition. If this keeps happening, we will have to continue this conversation later, when you're able to control your emotions more effectively.
I'm calm. I'm sorry. I'll calm down. I'm half what?
Us. Half borrower.
How did that happen?
Well, when two beings love each other very, very much.
No, I get that part, but what? But does that mean that one of my parents is Husk? Is you?
Yes, exactly. Your father was one of us. He was a research delegate on an observation mission, and he happened to fall in love with a human. Your mother.
So I'm...
Yes, half borrower, which makes me half expert in your condition. Better than you will find anywhere else. Human technology won't be able to catch this disorder for years to come, and we do have some background in human health. Enough to get by in the current situation, at least.
Okay, that's...
I will give you a moment to take that in. I know all of this is a lot of new information.
Does my mother know? That seems like something she should have mentioned to me at some point in my life, like, hey, Dmitri, welcome home from school. Have I ever mentioned to you that you're part alien or something like that?
She has no idea. Remember, heart rate down. Take a couple of deep breaths. Delicate condition and all.
Well, that's something. At least my entire life wasn't a total lie.
It was best that you didn't know until now. We were hoping that you'd never have to find out, but in the past few years, your health has steadily declined. We couldn't interfere on Earth without the risk of ABI learning more about our race. But we couldn't leave you the way you were, so we had to take matters into our own hands.
I'm sorry, I don't exactly follow what you're getting at.
Let me think of an example that would make sense to you. Okay, on Earth, when you have a horse and a donkey, they can make a mule. But a mule can't breed more mules.
Yeah, right.
Similar to that. When a borrower and a human mate, they are able to produce an offspring. You. On a genetic level, though, we are quite different. So, unfortunately, instability occurs, and sometimes causes illness. We had hoped that the instability within you would be mild, and that we would not have to interfere. But that is not proving to be true, and unfortunately, parties are taking notice. The good news is that we are able to address this problem fairly easily.
What can you do?
We are a race of borrowers. On a very basic level, the way we are made up allows us to borrow genetic elements of other species. Little by little, we are able to improve our own genetic code. Fortunately, you have just enough Husk in you for us to be able to change your sequence, eliminating the elements that are making you sick. Now, I know you have more questions, but I think you need to rest for a little while before we tell you more. Too much shock on your heart could prove to be detrimental. We will have plenty of time to talk over the next year.
Next year? You can't keep me here a year.
I throw down the fry that I'm about to put in my mouth and look at Dmitri. He looks at me as if everything he has told me is a foregone conclusion. What do you mean a whole year? You're back. It's only been a few days since you disappeared.
Yeah, the time flow is different between the two dimensions. Like, a year there is only a few days here. I lived a year of my life with them, Rebecca. They cured me, and then they sent me back here.
Thank God. Do you think they'll take you again at some point? Is that a thing they do?
No, they're done with me.
How do you know?
Trust me.
Hi, Maxine. It's Kathy. Remember me from way back when? It's been way too long since we last caught up. You know how life gets sometimes? Hope Al and the kids are doing well. Little Nora's got to be, 16 now? They grow up so fast. Anyway, things are good on my end, but I was wondering if you were still coordinating all the volunteers for the Autobahn Society. I've come into some free time recently and really want to get out of the house. I thought getting back to the Autobahn Society might just be the right thing. Plus, I miss getting to see everyone. Give me a call. I think you've got my number, but just in case, it's 304-802-4875. Hi, Maxine. It's Kathy again. I just got your message and I think we're playing phone tag. Wednesday the 14th would be great. 10 a.m.? Looking forward to seeing you there. So nice to be getting back in the swing of things. It's been way too long since I did anything like this. Oh, and do you still have Aristophanes? My favorite raven ever. Anyway, see you at 10. I know it's absolutely the wrong time to get involved in anything. My daughter and my husband are gone. My best friend's son is God knows where. I'm an absolute wreck, but I can't just wait here at home twiddling my thumbs. Besides, there's only so much couponing and shopping that I can do for one. I have enough wet wipes to clean up an oil spill, and I've meal prepped more than 6 months worth of meals. No, I have to do something while I'm waiting, even if that means giving bird talks to kindergarteners.
Warren? This is Samuel.
What can I do for you, Officer Morrison?
I need you to put on an APB for me really quick. You gave me back my phone, but they won't let me contact the network right now. Something about short-term disability and keeping me out of the office for a time being. It's a little bullshit, a bunch of HR mumbo-jumbo.
Well, I'm not so sure that you should be involving yourself in active police work right now. Policies are usually there for a reason, but I guess this one time won't hurt if the situation really calls for it. What do you need? Now, I'm not going to do this if it ain't an immediate need, though, you get me? I mean, we're not just checking your email.
Look, I've just got a call about a boy in his 20s. His name is Paul Smith. Look, he's in real trouble. He's out in Monteville, and I don't want any other cops to get to him before we do. Look, he's an old acquaintance, he's a friend. He's an old friend of mine, and look, if anyone else gets to him before we do, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. Look, I don't want his mom to be worried about him.
No, I understand. Sometimes you gotta help people on the job by getting them in trouble, and sometimes you gotta help them by keeping them out of harm's way. Well, I'll go check him out and see if we can't wrangle him up a bit.
And, Hurry, please. I think things are starting to get out of hand for him, and I don't want him to take any risks.
Officer Morrison, is everything okay over there? There's a lot of noise and beeping there. Are you sure that you should be talking to me?
Don't worry about me. Just make sure you go and check out the boy. This is way more important than me right now.
Officer Morrison, I really do insist that you get a nurse or something in there. It sounds like you're having an episode. I'll be over right after I go check on your friend. Just sit tight while I'm out, okay?
Go.
When Officer Morrison digs his heels in and demands something, there's no other way. He's funny like that. Even in his weakened state, I still know that, there's no winning against him. I hang up the phone and start driving towards his friend, Paul. Sirens on full blast. In the meantime, I put in a call to the hospital and send one of those nurses at the station to go check on Morrison. You can't stop a tomcat from dancing, but you can take away his shoes. I ask a doctor to go in and check on him. Gotta have people that look out for you in the world, even when you won't look out for yourself. Now, be on the lookout for one ruckus 20-something-year-old.
Hey, Rebecca, it's Paul. I'm guessing you don't have your phone on you. I just hope you're not doing anything reckless. Listen, I found something about Dr. D that you need to know. I think it'll help clear up a lot of what's going on. Just call me when you can. This is really important.
Hey, I'm sorry, what's going on? Wait, what is this? No!
I grew up in a police household. My grandfather, my dad, my 3 older brothers, and now me, all police. Born and raised in the blue, ready to protect and serve. Honestly, I never even considered not being an officer. It was the only profession that my family understood. So when I joined the force, it was just natural. No big party or anything. Just the quiet nod of approval and pride from everyone in my family. Now, don't get me wrong, I love my job. I really do. It's fulfilling, rewarding, has all the feels of contribution and accomplishment. And with all that being said, cops still get a bad rep. Everyone thinks we're thick-skinned, heartless, and unsympathetic, like no soft side. That's the job, right? Well, guess what? You are wrong. Hello, people. We're human. Flesh and blood. Our hearts get broken and we bleed when cut. And we can be so silly that you'd find yourself having a coughing fit from laughter when we cut loose. And to survive the job, it actually requires outlets to keep our, sanity. For me, my outlet is musicals. Unfortunately, because of the blue that runs through my veins, I tend to look at them differently, from a cop's perspective. Take the Phantom of the Opera. People hear the beautiful music, see the spectacular stage, and follow a heartbreaking love story. But is it really a love story? When the Phantom follows Christine, isn't he actually stalking her? And when he whisks her away so they can be alone, isn't that considered kidnapping? I mean, last time I checked, those were, crimes. But you know what? Doesn't even matter, because I actually got to see Phantom of the Opera for the first time ever on Broadway. I sat 7 rows from the stage, but because of the layout, I was actually 5 rows away. I got dressed to the nines. Beautiful dress, airbrushed makeup, curled my hair, wore high heels, and got a small matching purse. Seriously, my own family members would not have recognized me. I was a girly girl, smiling and loving every second of it. So, I found my seat, opened up my program. The lights went out, the curtain went up, and I started filling up in tears. I was literally crying before the first song had even been sung. I was so moved and excited, I could not believe I was on Broadway, seeing the Phantom of the Opera for the first time ever. I mean, come on, how many people do you know can actually say that? Unfortunately, my emotions got the best of me because I cried a lot. I cried on set changes, on songs, during the dialogue. I cried so much that people were whispering, "Who's crying?" But were kind enough to offer me the tissues, which I desperately needed and completely forgot. Plus, they didn't fit in my sweet, expensive, small matching purse. So the play ended. I stood up, tears running down my cheeks, and I clapped so hard that my palms were hot and turning red. So hailing a cab felt so good on my poor hands. And evidently, I still had tears to shed because I cried on the whole ride home, walking up the steps to my apartment and all over Sergeant, my 3-year-old German Shepherd. That night, I was Gina, a real-life girly girl, laughing, singing songs, and dancing with her puppy dog, howling along to the tunes into the wee hours of the morning. But come Monday morning, I showered, pulled out my blues, put on my bulletproof vest under my shirt, under my jacket. I pulled my hair back in a ponytail, attached my holster, and secured my gun. Officer Sorensen, ready to report for duty. But secretly, Gina was quietly counting the days to her next musical and greeted the day smiling.
Husk is a production of ABI Global, written and produced by Emma Brown and Sean Abplanalp, associate producer Elliott Jacobson. For a full list of cast, go to huskpodcast.com.